just started raining. I don't know if you can hear it quite hard. I thought that today we could inspect this Bible. I just got it in the mail, and before we begin, I should tell you that our daughter has been teething. I think she's growing some new teeth at the moment, which is amazing. She's meant to be having a nap right now, but she absolutely was not going down. So you may hear some music in the distance coming through occasionally. She's listening to Whispers Read ASMR. Sleep songs. We couldn't find a physical album, so we had to get my brother to buy it off iTunes or something and burn it to a CD so that we can play it in her bedroom. Anyhow, there are some odd noises as well. The council is mowing. I might pause you. They were nowhere near our house, but they seem to be doing laps now that I've started filming. So, this is an ESV Premium Gift Bible in True Tone, in True Tone teal with a floral design. I got this from Kurong. It was on sale, I think $28, and it's normally probably closer to $40 as a guess. So, by the look of it, it's a regular Bible. Just looks like this on the inside. So yeah, I think the camera makes it look a lighter blue than it actually is. The cover is really nice. Textured, embossed flowers, leaves, vines. It sounds nice too. I do like the colour. The colour is very true to the photos. Now, I got this Bible because I'm doing the Bible reading in a year plan. I'll put a link in the description to the plan that I'm using, but my Bibles that I currently have are all either journaling or study Bibles. So I wanted one that was just the words, nothing else, just the Bible. I get quite distracted if there's other things to read, or it just feels like it takes me longer. So this layout seemed like a good idea. It's also more compact, so I can hold it like a normal book instead of sitting at a desk. I would say that looking at the colour now, it's much less teal. It's more of a ocean blue. It's not got the greeniness of teal in it. I'm so sorry for the stopping and starting. It's just tractors everywhere. I think they're mowing the rail line behind us. So I do like the colour though. It's quite calming. It'll look good on the bedside table. And I think next time a tractor goes past, I'll grab the Bible reading plan that I'm doing and show it to you. Life word. Cosy devotions. I talked about it in her video, and I thought I'd jump on board with that because it's just a sit down, read a chunk of the Bible kind of plan. Okay, back to inspecting this book. So immediately on opening it, I can see some issues. Look at this. Can you see how wrinkled the paper is along here? This is just the first page. So I can already see some separation happening. This, the body of the book is coming away. You can see the glue down in there all along here. The glue has obviously impacted the page with moisture, the front page, and it's sort of coming apart a bit. But, you know, that's not the end of the world. We can glue that back together. Now, if you've watched my previous book inspections, you'll know we check the spine. Immediately we can see this is just a paperback book shoved into a fancy case. There's no stitching, there's no signatures. It's just loose leaves of paper that have had glue plastered down here. They've just been layered up with glue to try and hold them together, and then they've stuck this spine on. They have put these nice headers on to try and disguise that so it looks a little more formal, but that does explain why there is glue moisture damage at the front pages. Let me just inspect this. Okay, that's interesting. So when we put a nice cover on a more fancy book, we do that using end pages. The end page is glued completely over the cover, and then a little strip of it down here is glued to the book itself. So if we open this, you might be able to see that the end page doesn't go all the way to the spine. It actually ends up where my fingernail is, whereas the spine is down here. It ends up there. So not only is this not glued directly to the book, well, I mean it kind of is, but I honestly don't know what's happened there. It does look like it's been done incorrectly, like something on the machine hasn't lined up, because the back is done correctly. The end page goes all the way to the spine, so I'm going to assume that something just went a bit funky on this front one with the machines or something. So I'll give you an example actually. I've got some books here. This book, The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas, it is well bound. It is, you can see, I've read it so much that the head is coming off. You can see up the top here, the papers have been folded into signatures. That's why we've got all these little bumpy bits, all the little bumps, and there's no thick layer of glue happening. There might be a very thin layer just to support the structure, but they've been folded into these signatures and then they've been stitched together. Here we go. You can see the stitching down the middle if you go to the middle of one of the signatures, and that's how you know that it is a well-made book. It's got the end pages, and the end page is glued to the front cover, and in this one, can't actually see it because my pages are stuck together. Oh, there we go. And they're also glued to the first page of the book, which is this thin line of glue down there. So that's a well-made book. This book will last a very long time. The cover may deteriorate because it's not real leather, but the structure of the book itself in here, these pages will stay together for a very long time. This, on the other hand, another Dumas, The Three Musketeers. We can see very clearly the structure of a paperback book. It's just all these pages glued directly onto this piece of, I guess, cardboard, and that's it. There's no stitching, nothing. So in time this glue will decay with frequent use. If you're reading the book a lot, you're constantly opening it down, this glue that is holding it together is going to crack. It's going to age and wear, and you will start losing pages from the book. So that is why I say, if you're going to buy a book, always check the spine, check if you can see those little bumps of the signature, and if you can, find the middle of one, open it up and see if you can see the thread from the stitches. Now, I bought this online because Kurong, surprisingly enough, didn't have any of the Bibles that I wanted in store. I think they're becoming an online only store by the look of things, because a lot of the ESVs that were this size and shape, not even this design, just this size, I could not find them in any of the stores that were less than like 2 hours away from me. And a lot of them, when they said there was one in store, they actually meant literally there is one in store nationwide. So I had to buy this online without looking at it. So, in summary, something's gone wrong at the front. We can see that there's some what looks like water damage creasing with the pages. The pages are just glued together like a paperback, so that glue is eventually going to wear and decay. Pages will fall out. Now that's fine if you just want this as a nice reading Bible. It's not fine if you want to keep it if you want to make it a lifelong Bible, if you want to pass it down. So definitely don't get this if you want something like that. I personally haven't had good experiences with this kind of cover, with the fake leather. Often they get worn within a year, but we will see how this one goes, because I do believe that the fake leather technology has been improving in the last few years. Now let's look at the pages themselves. Open up to a random page. So, another issue with glue on this kind of page, a Bible page, as most of you know, is very, very thin, thinner than magazine paper. An issue with using glue on these kind of pages is that they kind of all warp a bit. So if I want to open this Bible and have it lying flat, you can see that it's not just opening and lying flat. The pages are kind of wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly. They're being pulled in different directions because it's very soft material, and the glue is forcing it to stay together when I'm trying to open it. So it's not able to just open and lie flat, which is increasing the amount of wear on those pages. Now, I'll demonstrate again with this book. We open it and it lies perfectly straight. The pages aren't bending at all down the middle. There's no excess wear, they're just able to open and lay flat. Now part of that is because it's a stronger paper, but it's also because it's been bound well. It's been bound effectively to reduce the wear on the paper, which does explain a lot why you pay more for some books than others. But I will say, look at how, this is a good book. It is a great size for a reading Bible if you're like me, reading the Bible in a year kind of plan. It's enjoyable. The paper is actually a little bit thicker and more sturdy than regular Bible paper, and I think that is because it's glue bound, and if it was that really, really thin stuff, it wouldn't work. So it's a bit more sturdy, feels nice, sounds nice. What's in the back? Is there anything? There's a table of weights and measures, biblical unit to approximate American or metric equivalents. And there's a list of abbreviations, and then there's a index as well if you want to look up, for example, faith or families. Go here, it's got the Bible references, and that's it. So in summary, for $28 plus $3 or $4 shipping, this is a good buy. It's a very nice Bible. It's very pretty, and I don't want this to be a lifelong Bible that I pass down to someone. I don't really want it to outlive me. I just want it because it's going to be handy to read. It looks pretty. It'll fit on my bedside table. I can put my Bible reading plan printouts in there and follow along. And it doesn't have the distraction of any additional text. It doesn't doesn't have the commentary running through it or study Bible references. It doesn't have extra space for writing that's going to make me feel guilty if I'm just reading and not taking notes. So, in summary, if you just want a Bible as a little something something, or as a gift, or just as something you're going to put on display in your house, this is a great option. It's not super expensive, but it's going to last a few years, definitely. I wouldn't recommend this as a lifelong Bible. I would definitely not get this if I want a good quality Bible or something that's going to last a really long time. But, you know, if you're strapped for cash and you want something nice to read, this is a very good option. So, thank you for joining me. I'm just going to grab that Bible reading plan for those of you who want to see it. I will be back. Okay. My mother printed these out for me. I don't have a computer, but here we go. Bible reading plan, 1 year, and each week is broken into 4 books, and you just read a few chapters from those books, and it seems like a lot, but you know, you just read it like a normal book. You're not doing in-depth study, you're just reading so that you get some of the Bible, and eventually by the end of the year, hopefully, you will have absorbed the whole Bible, and you can start whenever, because there's no dates on this. So, for example, week 1, you can take them off as you go. Week 1 was Psalm 1 to 3, Genesis 1 to 7, 1 Chronicles 1 to 7, and Luke 1 to 6. And there's nothing stopping you from reading more than that if you're enjoying it. So, you know, if you perhaps read Psalm 1 to 7 in the first week, you can cross off week 1 and 2 of the Psalms. So, there's multiple pages, and I'll leave a link if you want to check them out. So that draws to a close our Bible inspection. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining me.